Great news for lovers of prospecting for gold, precious metals, and treasures buried in the ground. GER Detect, in cooperation with UIG Detectors, presents to you a comprehensive guidance on how to assemble and operate Gold Seeker. Gold Seeker with pulse induction system. The fastest, easiest, and most modern system to detect gold nuggets, gold vines, and gold, silver, and bronze coins under the ground. This product has been developed by adding the feature of ground induction, which is capable of generating eddy current, transmitter, and receiver. When the device is working, it sends a signal to the search coil, double D coil, which in turn generates a spiral current signal, eddy current. This will create spiral waves amplified to more than 1000 pulses per second to assist the device to cover greater depths. As well as analyze the signal from the target to determine if the metal detected is precious or non-precious. A unique feature of this device is its ability to calibrate with the ground to ensure that it is not affected by any signals resulting from moisture in the soil, mineral rocks, or land containing mineral salts or solid ground. First, we open the device bag and get familiarized with the device and all its components. Safety box to protect the device, a 2-year warranty card, search coil size 28 by 28 centimeters, search coil size 15 by 15 centimeters, headphones, BT144 battery, device charger. The main unit. How to operate Gold Seeker. Install the search coil and connect the cable to its own place. Connect the headphones. Connect the battery cable to the device. Run the battery through the on-off power button. While switching on the device, keep the coil up in the air for 10 seconds before the start of the calibration process. Click on the calibration button located at the bottom of the handle of the device, and then raise and lower the coil from the ground several times until the sound level decreases, turning from intermittent to weak and continuous for the process of calibration with the soil to be completed. There's a control panel on the device handle which has 2 light indicators. The red light indicates the existence of non-precious metals, ferrous. The green light indicates the existence of precious metals, non-ferrous. There's also a tune button with a blue indicator whose function is to increase the sensing range of the coil to reach greater depths, as well as determine the types of metal, precious or non-precious. How to carry Gold Seeker. Slide your arm through the armrest and belt. Grab the handle of the detector and place your arm on the armrest. The right position of the armrest should allow you to hold the handle comfortably. Your elbow should be above the back part of the armrest. and you should have the feeling that the detector is like an extension to your forearm. Adjust the leg's length. Lengthen the bottom leg to an appropriate length for the user, and make sure to tighten the lock on the middle leg to fix the position of the leg. If you need more length, open the middle leg and tighten the lock on the top leg to fix the position of the leg. The top leg, it is a closed lock. Don't try to open it. If the coil is too close to your body, it may detect digging tools or any other metals you carry, which affects the accuracy of the operation of the device. So the device should be kept far enough away from your body. Adjusting coil angle. While carrying the detector, press the coil gently on the ground until it parallels the surface of the ground. The search coil should be raised 2 centimeters from the ground while keeping it parallel to the ground surface. Note that incorrect scanning may result in a loss of target or generating false signals. You will get the best performance when the scanning coil is close and parallel to the ground at all times. This will increase detection depth and improve responsiveness to small objects. Avoid excessive friction of the coil with the ground. Do your prospectors for gold and precious metals in the ground. In order to ensure the accurate application of its products and to obtain the best results ever, our team has conducted fieldwork with a detailed explanation of how to search for targets and accurately determine their depth by using the device in this area. As a user, you must remove all items that affect the operation of the device. Example, a wristwatch, a wallet, mobile phone. Start the search by moving the device left and right. When a precious metal signal is picked up, the device will make a continuous beep sound and then a green indicator comes on. There's a precious metal in this place. The drill point was accurately identified. The prospector started the drill process to find a precious metal. The prospector examines the soil to ensure that the metal is already out of the ground. The prospector moves the soil over the search coil to get the piece of metal. he found a small piece of metal. After cleaning the metal piece in the river, it turned out that the piece is a natural gold nugget. Great work and very interesting. On another exploration trip, the device detected a precious metal at this place. The prospector started the drill process to find a precious metal. The prospector examines the soil to ensure that the metal is already out of the ground. Now the metal is out of the hole. It turned out it's a bronze coin. If the signal is for a non-precious metal detected, the device will make an intermittent sound and the red indicator comes on. The device detected a non-precious metal at this place. The prospector started to detect and search. It turned out it's an iron nail. If the signal from the detected target is weak, press the tune button to confirm the target. Note: to make sure the target type is precious or non-precious, hover the coil slowly over the target. Gold Seeker has the ability to penetrate ground layers to great depths that are difficult for many other devices to reach. Gold Seeker is one of the best German innovations. The Gold Seeker contains two search coils. Big coil specializes in detecting large-size metals. Small coil specializes in detecting small-size metals. Gold Seeker reaches up to 3.5 meters deep in the ground. Gold Seeker device is one of the best German innovations with the European CE certification according to the international specifications. The device is small in size, lightweight and easy to use, and is designed to be used in all countries and regions. A real exploration journey does not require going to new lands, but it requires vision with new eyes. We wish you all the best in your detection journeys.